Good morning, baby. It's the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. I'm Doug Rice. Yeah. Second time the jump. I don't care. All right. Technical issues. It's a thing. I came on ready to go. Katrina told me we are technologically advanced here in the Doug Rice Show. And I apologize. Shit happens. Are we on? She's like, oh, I called him. He didn't answer. I fixed it. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. I'm Doug Rice. 12:01. You can hear me now. It is a Sunday. Another Sunday. Another one. I hope I caught you in church. I hope you're ready to get up and leave. I hope we are ready for today's show, because today I've prepared, except for the sound that I didn't prepare, but we can overlook that. That was a minute, and I did the opening, and I'm sure Katrina will have a talking to me later about preparation, and it'll go well, but okay. Recovered. Good day, 23rd of April, 2023. And time ticks forward. The prophetic nature of our Negro existence increases exponentially. Listen, folks, they are angry. They are upset. They are getting riled up. They are getting ginned up. They are getting trumped up. It is now, in my mind, officially become a danger to be a Negro in America. Welcome to these United Snakes. Now, usually I'd have something to tap myself down a little bit, I don't want to sheen on you. Oh, Katrina is definitely going to hurt me bad. But bottom line, folks, we're in the day. We are here. It's upon us. It's clear. There's no subterfuge. There's no guessing games. We all can read the terrain the same. We see it. We know it. We are living it. We're Negroes in America. And today we're going to crack the surface of falsehood that they've put in place. Today, folks, I got 7 topics I painstakingly wrote down, ready to simply throw right down your mental throats. Folks, this is going to be all she wrote. Oh, no, I'll be back next week. I'm just saying. So how are we doing? Good? Good? We good? We good? We good? We good? Good. 12:04, 23rd, Sunday. Get out of church if you're in church, if you can hear me. You can hear me now, I know. Katrina is here to rescue the day. You are now able to hear what I say. At first, well, I'll get over it. So are you watching? I just came fresh off Brother Yacoba, TL Ministries. I moderate there, but also interact, try to, do as best I can to troll hunt. And the topic is timeliness. The topic is how close we are. The precipice of this thing is upon us. We are on the verge, on the very cliff, hanging by our spiritual toenails. Folks, are they not showing you what they wish to do? Are they not telling you how they wish to treat Negroes shortly? Are they not expressing, telegraphing? Are they not telling us? Are we not knowing the way this is all going? Well, by God, by the end of this show, you will absolutely know. So here we go. All right. For those of you that are new, those of you that have tuned in, please first share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, interact with Detrina. I cannot see the chat. I want you to know that. I don't look at it. It interferes with the flow of things, if you can imagine. But for those of you that are new, those of you that have not seen me before, I do this in response to January 6th, 2021. And if I have to remind each and every one of you Negroes how they showed their caucastic asses in front of God, everybody, the world, with nearly no call into account the players, those that put into play all of this caucasified nonsense that we're experiencing these days, right up to Marjorie Taylor Greene, if you know what I mean. These folks are obscene. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I do not. 1206, 423. 2023. How long do we have? I say weeks. Weeks. And let me tell you, no more a feeling do Negroes have these days in how alone we are in it all. Nobody's paying attention to us. Only to point their wrinkled fingers in our direction to talk to us about Chicago. Oh, then they want to pay attention. Let one of us rob, rape, kill, do whatever we do as captives amongst these savages who've taught us so well. Otherwise, they're not paying attention to our lives. And this is the moment. This is the time that we take to be amongst ourselves, with ourselves, talking to ourselves, keeping to ourselves. For your Negro safety, I encourage you. All right, here we go. 7 topics. That's what I got. I know you can't see them, but there they are. 7 topics. After we've covered these 7 topics, I am going to peruse the Negro news, and all for the sole purpose of one goal. One thing I sing I want Negroes to do, I bring this one thing. The only thing I want you to do is Negroes in this country, if you don't mind, is to get that goddamned grin off your faces. Oh my God. Particularly in public places. There's no place for a Negro's grin where we are in. Do I need to say it again? All right, here we go. 7 topics. Our anchor topic, the topic that brings it in. Here we go. As we all know, as Negroes trapped within the confines of this place, there's one thing we must learn to do. And that thing is live as strangers. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Some of you have gotten real comfortable, real familiar with the place. You like the drapes? You like the benin? You like the linen? What do you like? Skinning and grinning? You are trapped here. Live as strangers, as woke Negroes amongst these serpents, these hissing, sin-filled, hate-filled individuals. Do not become over familiar with how things go around here. Look upon it with wonder and confusion if you must. Fake it! I don't care. Act like you don't know. But whatever you do, stay away. Back up. Act as strangers. Shatter that Stockholm syndrome. You know what I mean? Some of us act like we were invited. You feel me? No. You need to look at this squarely. Okay? This is not subterfuge. We're not going to lie to one another. Not today. We were not invited here. This is not our place. Our land is somewhere else across the sea where they took you and me so far and so long ago. The mental misplacement right in our face, meant to discourage any ideation that there's another space for us. And thus, We must live as strangers here. I see some of you so goddamn familiar, it just, oh my goodness, did you forget? I keep asking. When did we stop looking for the goddamned exits? Huh? I want you to imagine yourself, a Negro just arriving on the shores of America. I don't know, maybe 1619, 1620, somewhere along there. You know? And I can imagine that Negro, as long as he survived being a free, yearning Negro, never stopped looking for the exits. When the fuck did we stop looking for the goddamned exits? Well, no matter. We are exiting without testing. We're exiting without testing. Some of us want to leave, and I understand, I believe. Some of us want to exit, but we really don't want to de-invest in this place. We want to leave with the West still in place. Let me just tell you this. The first thing you got to do before you can get out of Babylon is get Babylon the hell out of you. I've said it before. So, strangers in a strange land. I mean, that's not just a movie. It's a circumstance. It's how we are as Negroes here. Now, black folks, hey, they love it here. And the African Americans, oh boy, they run for Senate and shit. But woke Negroes never stop looking to leave. And you may not be able to leave. And if you can't leave, then do the next best thing. Live as a stranger. Don't be familiar with this place. Become unfamiliar with the United Snakes. As they hiss about and do without, you just have no doubt. Pretty soon there's going to be a rout anyway. All right, so that's the anchor topic, live as strangers. 12:13 took us into the beginning of the show. This is not a program. Think of this as being deprogrammed. Wake the fuck up! Don't be so happy. I'm not telling you to be miserable. I'm telling you to be aware. I'm telling you to be alert. I'm telling you to look the fuck around as they move these chess pieces in place. Now, you know what's happening over in Mississippi, I believe. That's where it's going on. They have determined, I believe, in that area of the world that Negroes can no longer self-govern. Well, I've got news for them. We were never self-governed. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I mean, it's not for us who is walking to direct our step anyway. And so you complain that these individuals have put in place an infrastructure of control over you, set state over city, well, set the kingdom over everything, and we'll call it a draw. Moving on, next. All right, 12:14, thanks for tuning in, thanks for showing up. You guys keep commenting, talking amongst yourselves. Katrina will take care of any ne'er-do-wells. Let's talk about the reality of the unseen. You know, I talk about the unseen world expressing itself into this seen realm. It's factual. It's, you know, we all come from nowhere. Everything comes from nowhere. So the reality of the unseen manifesting and expressing itself within this creation is being felt. It's being observed. It's being looked at. It's actually being anticipated. We're seeing things now. I mean, even Brother Yacoba, he talked about it. I mean, they got orbs flying all over the place, creatures, and the unseen world just making itself real right in front of you. And be on guard. Negroes, please. Keep your Negro wits about you. Oh, trust me, you're going to see things. You understand me? You're going to see things that test your ability to accept what you take in, and I advise you to maintain as much clarity regarding the situation as humanly possible, because what you see is intended to frighten you, and there can be no fear. You have to hold on to strength, bravery. You know what? Just get stiff-necked. That ought to do it, actually. You just get stiff-necked at it, and fear will subside, usually run from you. Just a point. Reality of the unseen. The swirl around the earth. Folks, you need to hear this and hear it carefully. The residual of the flood, you know, the account that's backed up by countless civilizations around the globe, the residual of that destruction is confined to this space, confined around this globe. For you that believe in the flat earth, confined against the earth, the flat earth, the representation of the earth in God's presence at all times, it is flat. But the reality of the unseen, it is really being observed. They are watching things happening outside of our vision, brought within theirs, using the apparatus built more likely with the help of the fallen. And they can observe particles. They can observe all sorts of manifestations occurring as a result of occurrences that continue to occur. And not only without, they see it within. They're looking at multiple unexplained seismic events in places where seismic events should not occur, all over the globe. The reality of the unseen will soon be reality and seen. And the reason I say this is because men's hearts will grow faint with fear. The only weapon that you have as Negroes to fight against all that we must face is your lack of fear. That will confuse any individual who observes you, most certainly. And the fear is useless anyway. They feed off of it. Moving on. Next. All right. How's everybody doing? You doing good? Hope you're enjoying the show, Doug Rice Show, TDRS, as I like to call it when I'm alone and by myself. I do this because I moved to do this. I think I posted this. I consider myself most a messenger. I got some shit to say. I got shit to say to Negroes. I got shit to say to oppressors. And whoever wants to listen, well, I think they'll be better for it. Maybe. Who knows? Next. All right. You know what? We need to begin being Negro specific. Yeah, I mean that. Negro specific. Look, they have hijacked colored, and they've hijacked people of color. African Americans, that could be anybody. I don't know. The Jackson family, they're African Americans, but they're white folks now, so who knows? But Negroes, oh, no. Be very specific, because aren't they being very specific? You need to hear this. They called us Negroes. They called the most vocal and some of the best of us Negroes right to our Negro faces. Oh, yes, they did. When they talked to Malcolm X and they talked to the folks that we consider, the beginning leaders of whatever movement that went nowhere, Martin Luther Kings and the Medgar Evers and the on and on, we were considered Negroes. Why was that? No one else was considered a Negro. Even Hispanics exclaimed they had nothing to do with Negro problems. Where did that word go? Who took that word? That's ours. Be Negro specific. Separate your negrosity. Be conscious of it at all times. Don't let it wane. Don't let it subside. Don't let it go. They don't, Listen, they are being Negro specific. If you don't see Donald Trump, he is not complaining about Africans going after him legally. I'm just telling you, he's not talking about Hamites when he talks about racist people that seem to be having the goods on it. So be as Negro specific as they choose to be with you. I mean, you know, you could be as Negro specific as those who are specific about being a Jew. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but it came out. What do you want me to do? I say being Negro specific also applies to your social gatherings, social connections. Interact and associate and deal with Negroes only as best you are able. Look, there's safety in self-association. Do I need to say that again? As much as they like to paint us as violent against one another, that can easily be remedied. All we have to do is talk, okay? But there's no talking to people that write 200-page manifestos and then drive 200 miles to shoot Negroes on a Saturday. There was no discussion at that moment. So I don't believe we have anything to say. I mean, you know, more than, you know, turn around, take a look at your problem and fix that shit. Otherwise, let us commiserate amongst ourselves. Be Negro specific. Next, all right, 1222. I hope I am entertaining you. For those of you that wish to support this effort, for goodness sake, do so. Feel free. You know, I'm not gonna stop you. There's the stuff right there you can see. CashApp, PayPal, all that. But you know, click the like, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Detrina's in my head right now. I know I'm gonna pay for the earlier show. I'm sorry about that, Detrina. But thank you so much for your support. Say hello to Detrina. She is the moderator. She is the hub of this activity. Without her, I'd fall apart. Maybe. Moving on. The plans that they make. The plans these people are making, the plans that they are making, and it started today. I mean, I heard of this just today. They wish to strangle Negroes and all that they have to say. They want to begin with our voices and end with our actions until we are constrained to their satisfaction. These folks are making plans for Negroes, specifically releasing all that they've held in for years, pretending that it's not there, but you know, there it is. And our God watches them. I need you to feel me. You understand why the Creator is coming. Everybody understands why the kingdom must come. I mean, it's right there, top of the list. The kingdom must come. It's not just because what has happened. It's also built on what they're planning. Can you imagine what we don't know? Just put that against what we do know. And look at their actions. What is their sentiment regarding Negroes? I'm not talking about black people. They love black people and they love African Americans. They can't get enough of African Americans and black people. But woke Negroes that are, you know, proactively investigating the truth, being proactively withheld from us at all costs, that's a threat to them. So, the plans that they are making, specific, seen as clear as day, they are headed right in our way. They're not after anyone else. Their focus, I mean, it's right there. So what are we doing? I'll tell you. We're getting our asses out of here. Just the plans that they make, men plan, God laughs. I know you guys have heard that. Okay. Moving on. All right, here we go. 1225, this is the Doug Rice Show. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. We begin with narrative and then end with black news. And if you can just stick around, that would be real nice of you, I guess. Yes. All right. Next, the kingdom priority. You know what I hear him say? You know what I hear Donald Trump say? He says, America first. I hear him say that a lot. America first. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, there's a priority in your life, but America, look, the kingdom first. Listen, folks, most of us are walking about trying to determine if we're leaning right or leaning left or center. I mean, fact of the matter is, you can count it number 4 or number 2 on the list of prayers for me and you. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Now, the first 3 are the same. So the second addresses the kingdom that must come. And it's a very serious matter, as a matter of fact. Do everything with the kingdom in mind. I need you to understand that. Lead your day, your life, your existence with the kingdom of God. Cast off America, the thought of democracy, republic, Trump, doesn't matter. When people ask you, be vocal. That's the one thing God is looking for. I'm pretty certain of it. The audibleness of it all. Audibleness was important. Ask Peter 3 times he did something people looked for. So the kingdom, our only focus regarding the kingdom is to be subject to and subject of. That's it. That's it. That's it. Everything is a distant second. If we don't focus on that, we're going to lose our focus on that. Kingdom first. Kingdom of God. Make it real. You know what I do? I'll tell you what I do. I'm looking for an answer for something in my life. I may be looking for any nondescript answer for some nondescript problem, and I can't even talk about the issue. And so there is no answer that comes. You know what I do? I begin to just say the kingdom, the kingdom, the kingdom, because everything we do with that in mind. So it doesn't matter. The kingdom, the kingdom, the kingdom. I seem to make it through. Okay. Next. I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. If you are, please hit the like button. We're not gotten too far to go, but here's the next topic. I hope you enjoy it. We see it plain. They are getting trumped up, aren't they? Listen, a while back, it was Obama. Obama was at a rally. He talked about people getting ginned up, Jinned, ginned up. I've talked about this before. Now, if you have any knowledge of Islam or Muslim information, jinn is a demon. So they're getting ginned up means they're getting energized by a demonic force. Okay, they're getting trumped up. That demonic force is driving these individuals to a racist frenzy that will act out eventually. I mean, it's not going to be long. He's going to say enough about Bragg and about Letitia James. He's going to call them racists and make the attack have a racial skew as much as he can possibly do until some of these clowns act out. He leads them in hating Negroes. He's always led them in hate. He's set the touchstone. In the 70s, his father and himself sued for discrimination against Negroes in renting his substandard apartments. Full page ad, Brothers, Central Park 5, no apology. He leads in hating Negroes. Football, brothers playing football, calls them bastards. He leads in hating Negroes. This is Donald Trump. And some Negroes find him appealing. They think that because he's done a few things for Negroes that he is for Negroes. Well, no, he more ignore Negroes. So, I don't know. He is the white man for the job. He is the white man for the job because if you are the right kind of Negro, he is accepting of you. Of course, if you're not, if you don't support him, well, then you are a racist and all these other things. So genocidal death cult Nazi. I wrote that because if you look at his trajectory, if you look at what Donald Trump wants to accomplish, for him, it's all about payback. And he wants to hold court in the street. These folks are getting trumped up. And if they get back in the seat of power, that's going to be a Negro's final hour. I'm almost certain of it. He's got something against black folks. I don't know what the problem is with Donald Trump. Some think that he likes us. He doesn't like Negroes at all. Not in the least. And finally, quit sighing. Finally, we got a slogan of a slogan. Yeah, when I say get that goddamned grin off your face, that's what I consider it. It's a slogan of a slogan. And you need to try this shit. I mean this. If you enter a room as a Negro without a smile on your face, wiping that smile off your face is like drawing out a gun slowly in the room, because their faces get serious too. They begin to wonder what's next. The power of not walking around with a Negro smile, the antithesis of its power. It's look. So if you draw, so will they. If you want to know how you are regarded in any situation, and you walk about without a smile on your face, you will get feedback. You will know off top. The caution with which they approach Negroes, who they deem as not on code, not going along with the program, lets you know what they expect from us when they see us. And thus, it is imperative that every last one of you at least try it. I know generally we're a happy people, despite the misery that they can continue to infuse into our communities. But for God's sake, get the goddamned grin off your faces just long enough to see their reaction. You'll be shocked at the satisfaction of what you'll learn. These folks expect you to comply. And I want you to understand that part of that involves maintaining a happy countenance, a comforting countenance. I'm instructing you to deny them that comfort and see the reaction in public places. Watch the waters split, divide. Watch you glide right through without deviation, without anybody bothering you. And if you do it just right, you make keep safe and stay safe. All right, that's it. Oh, that's it for the topics. I know we got through. All right, I know everybody's all happy and whatnot. Don't get you. All right, so Negro news. The receipts. I call this the receipts. Let me tell you what. You know, I'd love to smile. I'd love to be out there just grinning and cheesing and but you can't do that shit. Because it invites the wrong element. It invites the wrong atmosphere. When you begin to walk around as if you're down with the system, they're going to do some shit behind your back and you'll be sorry you missed them. So what I'm doing is just giving you the play-by-play, the book. So you can say, without doubt, the look. That's how you do. You route it right out. All you got to do is walk around being you. Let's do this. All right, here we go. News is sparse today, but we'll see what it has to say. All right, here we go. California state senator proposes ebony alert system for missing Black children and women. So Black women and children are significantly more likely to go missing when compared to their white counterparts. Yet their cases tend to receive much less attention from law enforcement agencies and the media. Well, you could have blew me down with a feather. Really? So you think that having a system specifically for Negroes who go missing and our children, not women, somehow going to improve the situation. I believe it's simply going to accentuate the numbers. Maybe at that point, maybe they'll see they have a fucking problem that, snatching our children for whatever blood sacrifice these vile creatures have, or, whatever, organ donations they seem to need, or maybe the melanin that just seems to be denied, or maybe it's the HELOC gene that they're looking for, maybe that unkillable cell in our Negro women. What do they want with us that we need an alarm system nationally for Negroes? Listen, before you do that, do me a favor. Push through Congress a national Protect Negro bill. Make that a law. Before you decide, make it as sticky as anti-Semitism when you even look at one of us wrong. Maybe they'll start taking us. No, you don't want to do that? Good, God's coming to take care of you. Next. Don't alarm. I don't need the fucking alarm. I don't need the alert. Just, we know you crazy and snatching us. Sorry. All right, here we go. So Kansas City mayor slams the fetishization, I hate that word, of guns after shooting of black teen. Wow. So Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas, Democrat, on Sunday slammed the media and politicians for drumming up a culture of fear and paranoia, arguing that the fetishization of guns played into the shooting of a black teen who went to the wrong home in the Missouri city. So what they're saying is this racist, admitted by his grandson, openly racist 84-year-old white male, absolutely knew that was a Negro at his door, which is the reason he shot through it. As of this broadcast, I don't hear about charges. So of course, that's gonna energize these Klansmen living in Missouri. Look up Missouri. And of course they want to buy guns now. Well, they want to get armed to the teeth because you can shoot a Negro without any consequence. Isn't that something? You still grinning? I don't know, what? And you see, the problem is if I say something like this in the hearing of our oppressors, they got to yap their fucking mouth in my direction, but they neglect to, kind of address, the idiot Andrew Lester. Why don't you go yell at him? I don't understand the energy for me when I'm vocal about what I see, but the 84-year-old Ofe, you leave me. Look at that. Next. Sorry about that. Didn't mean, hopefully they don't know what that means. That's too old for them anyway. Yeah. Now, listen, that critical race theory, I heard that these children are getting their minds just, these weak-minded children of oppressors, they just can't take it. But here's the problem. When our children see that a guy that goes to the wrong door can get blown away or put in the hospital, left for dead, no ambulance call, they get a bit of fear and resignation too. They get a little, so what are we going to do? Because you want to take away books. What are we going to do? Take away your crotchety old racist white males? Maybe that's the solution. You want to take away the books about your history, but you still got your history shooting through doors at Negroes. And your children are somehow feeling uncomfortable in the classroom. Well, you know what? My child is feeling uncomfortable just trying to walk around the neighborhood, maybe, knock on the wrong door. Don't make the fatal mistake of being a Negro in public in America. Don't do that. That could mean your demise. Just showing up. I want you to know how that is in this country. I think an indicator of just how bad it is for us. The fact that any single one of them would do that, we wouldn't do that. We're not going to do that. We're not on a racially motivated. No, we're not going to have a young white child come to the door, Negro, and say a young white child. Not going to happen. Not based on the proclivity that we might have towards some race of beings. No, it doesn't happen. We don't just do that shit. Next, the Verizon show. Well, okay. You know, I just get on one. I don't like that shit. That shit, give me a fucking break. You shot this child. You just shot. What kind of be? Listen, you're 84. Look, report to jail, live the rest of your life on our dime. It'll be about 34 years. Fuck that. I don't understand that. I don't understand how, you know, I mean, kids just shot them. And the guy reports to jail, you let him go, no charges. But now, the young white child, the trespass got shot dead. You give him jail, boom. Just still grinning? No? Next, I don't want to see grins. I don't want to see grins. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Black Twitter goes in on Dr. Phil after he said reparations would be an absolute disaster. Let me, boy, look, before I read this one, look. I wish to shut their goddamn mouths about anything Negro. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about us. I mean that. You know Oprah. Oprah done put you on. Now you feel, see, if I was in his audience, I'd raise my hand. I'm gonna ask you a question. First, how is it that any of your goddamned business? Is it coming out your pocket? Is that it? You feel like it is. All right, let's check him out here. Also, Black Twitter roasted him. Dr. Phil found himself on fans' bad side. He doesn't feel bad. After he said, providing the Black community with cash reparations for slavery would be an absolute disaster. Wow. Wow. It would be paid by the federal government in the same way in which the federal government has met the expenses that were paid for the purpose of trying to deal with the Great Recession. From a psychological standpoint, 350,000, 840,000 to any group of people, black, white, or poor. No. Don't water it down now, boy. Don't fucking, I mean, you in our goddamn business. You in our goddamn conversation. Let me stop you. Let me stop you, Dr. Phil. First, shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you. And if anybody did, fuck them. That's first. And while I'm at it, any other of you that got an opinion on our business, shut your goddamned mouths. You talk to it amongst yourselves. We're not interested. That's first. Second, who the fuck does this dude think he is? Does he know black people that? I mean, let me tell you something. Not a one of these motherfuckers knows us good enough to be able to read us like that if you ain't one of us. Not a single one. All he can talk is out the side of his pale neck. That shit irritates me. And his opinion is unwanted, unwelcome. Who gives a goddamn? You know? Well, you know what it is? We'll get enough money collectively to moving on. Trying to stay. All right, next. We're making good time, folks. Relax. So I just thought I'd throw this up there. Look, woman attacked by black bear while walking her dog in Connecticut. Will you look at that brother right there? Boy, what you doing in Connecticut in the first place? Now, if you was a polar bear, you might have got a break. Boy, they use that black when they can. Boy, let the fear commence, huh? I mean, you know, big old picture of a black bear. Now, you know, the whole deal is to associate black, with the bigness, with the attack, and it's all whack. You know that shit. You look at this dude. Look at him. Does that almost look like he got some weed in his mouth? Like, yeah, what's happening? You know how they do. And they're investigating. And look, black bear bit a woman. The bear, black bear. Wait, no, don't you start. Black bear, black. All right? How many times are they going to say the word black on this damn show? Look, folks, it's the subliminals that I don't like. That's all. I just don't like the subliminals. A bear Moving on. Moving on. It was a bear. It was a brown bear, to be honest. It was brown. I'm going to say it was brown. Fuck you. Next. All right, let's move on. I'm sorry. Oh, what is this shit, folks? When did Black Lives Matter get 82 bill? Let me just explain this to you. Debunking. Here's how you debunk. Here's how you debunk that Black Lives Matter got $82 billion. Say it. Ain't no brothers or sisters gonna get 82 bill. You ain't gonna hear about a house. You're gonna be here about them buying Delta. Fucking, what are you kidding me? Stop. 82 bill? This is 82 bill. We're good. We're gonna do, if they put it to good use, we're gonna change lives. Just to say, in no universe would they permit 82 bill to have come in the hands of a few black folks in this country to do stuff for black people. That ain't gonna happen. So that's debunked, because we'd have felt that already. Next. All right, folks, we're making good time. Welcome again. Do the like, the subscribe, the comment thing. I hope we're keeping you interested. Oh, as we said, right here, Mississippi. OKs. More state policing in mostly black cities. This is what they are doing. Huh? This is a throwback from the 50s. They never left. Mississippi Republican governor has signed a bill to expand the territory of a state-run police department inside the majority black capital city of Jackson. And look at him. Look at him. Look. Yeah, that's who would want that, right? Because as the governor, he feels unsafe. He doesn't live anywhere near Jackson, but you know. And then the optics of Negroes under control. You know, they love that shit. Do you know how close we are to leaving this place, folks? I mean, you better pack your goddamn gear. We're almost out of here. And if that doesn't wipe the smile off your Negro face, there is nothing that will. Because this is just the beginning. There are other bits of legislation being put in specific Negro areas to stranglehold Negro control of their own lives. And do you know why? Because they anticipate something. There is something concerning Negroes. They don't want the world to know. They've been hiding something for years, man. You know. Next. All right, we're making good time. I know. One day. What is it? What? Leaders of South Lake's first black church fondly recall the welcome. What do you mean they finally? What do you mean? Do you know how contradictory look, folks, stick with me here. Leaders of South Lake's first black church finally recall welcome. You were never welcome. That's why you're the first black church. Stop. It's the disingenuous nature of their being that most pisses me off. Don't tell me I'm the first black anything and open your arms welcoming me. Why don't you explain why I'm the first black anything first before you make me the first black everything? Next. All right, we're almost done. I think I got 3 more tabs. Oh my goodness, didn't see this. What's this now? On us, BAA apologizes after black spectators say Newton police targeted them during a marathon. Oh, Boston's Athletic Association on Thursday issued an apology for black members of 2 premier running clubs say they were targeted and singled out. So I need to understand this. Okay, the Boston Bombers were Middle Eastern, light-skinned, straight-haired boys. And at this particular place, they want to target black people because they're the ones that put a pressure cooker, 2 pressure cookers and blew up Boston. They harass us. What is this? I'll stop. Moving on. Next business. I won't read it. I thought this was interesting. We're almost. Black smokers at center of New York fight to ban menthol cigarettes. Black smokers are at the bottom of this. Well, look, obviously, black smokers targeting decades of aggressive marketing consume menthol cigarettes at significantly higher rates than white smokers. Caught in the middle of black smokers who smoke menthol cigarettes at higher rates. But I gotta say, man, we need to push as a choice. And you know, if you're gonna ban menthols, ban all cigarettes. I'm pretty certain that, you know, right up there with malt liquor, which I used to love, and menthol cigarettes, that's targeted at our black audiences, but they target things at white audiences as well, probably at higher dollar amounts, you know. But I don't know, for us to take the lead, let's encourage our brothers and sisters not to smoke cigarettes at all, menthol or otherwise. Next. I don't think you like that one, but I'm gonna keep okay. And finally, everybody's this is infuriating. This headline, and the reason I ended with this, is maddening. Genuine progress is the ability to be black and stumble. The fuck it is. Genuine progress is not that. That's our state of being. That's just who the fuck we are. I don't like that. I don't like throwing little bits of meat to the masses. You know, these self-deprecating, you know, folks that think they're, you know, enlightened, liberal, and equal, and believe the world is on a equal. Then they talk about this. You know, they love reading this. This is caping shit. Genuine progress is the ability to be black. And of course, Mr. Esau Macaulay. I must have overslept the day most black people learned the electric slide in the 90s, in the time before YouTube had it. You know what? Listen, don't cape for these people. Don't tap dance for these people. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't need to write anything for them to read about us to make them feel good about themselves. Fuck that. That's what that is. That's not about us. That was not written with Negroes in mind. That article was written for our oppressors to have a feel-good moment from a black face writing it. And I will not. All right, looks like that's it. I do appreciate you folks showing up. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you supporting. We are nearly there. Brother Yakoba, T.I. Ministries, we're speculative. Oh, it's weeks. Yeah, weeks. Somebody said 5 years. 5 years is 261 weeks. It's a matter of weeks. It's a matter of weeks, and the tide will turn. We will see well before it gets bad that it's about to get bad. And they're already telegraphing their intent toward Negroes. You are a target. Some of you have a target painted right here, and you don't even see it. You know why? Because you're grinning through life, trying to be happy. I know you want to make your way in America. Well, make your way out of America and leave this god-awful place. And if you can't leave, prepare to leave. And if you can't prepare to leave, think about leaving. If you can't think about leaving, dream about leaving. This place ain't for us. It was not built with us in mind. We are not welcome here. We have never been welcome here. And it is time for Negroes to face that as a fact. Now, black people and African Americans, make yourself at home. But Negroes, awaken yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Our second exodus is nearly upon us. And the last thing you want is for the Most High to find you grinning. So do yourself a favor. As you prepare, get that goddamn grin off your faces, particularly in public spaces. All right, I gotta go. You guys have a good one. It's been real.